Hello, and welcome to The Queen Has Spoken. I'm your host, Queen B, Brandy, Queen B, whichever one you want to call me. And I call this Quarantine Blues, Texas, and that clown ass Mayor Tim Boyd. Now, this is what I want to say about the quarantine. I know that everyone has been really going through it lately. And with this pandemic, everybody is feeling stuck. A lot of people are not used to this new normal where we're staying in the house. We can't be around family, friends, or our loved ones the way we would like to. And I know that a lot of us are trying to remain safe and keep our family safe and all those things, and without having to deal with this virus, because we've all had loved ones who have passed away from the virus or have caught the virus, and maybe they've beat it, but nonetheless they caught it. But my thing is, where exactly does it come from? We all know it's about Wuhan, China. We know that's where it started from, but how did that even happen? Like, how was it even created? Was it even the labs or man-made? It had to be man-made. So I'm just going to be honest with you, and I'm not going to call it COVID-19 because that's not what I want to do. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to call it what it is, and that's coronavirus. I don't want to, pussyfoot, excuse my language, if you will, around the issue. I don't want to do that. But I just want to be honest and direct, because that's what the Queen Has Spoken podcast is about. Being honest, real, spoken, raw. You would talk about everything. Now, I would like to know for my listeners out there, how are you doing to get through this pandemic, and what are you doing to keep you and your family safe? Because it's really strange how one minute we were able to be around our friends and family and just go out and party, have a good time, and do normal things. So all of a sudden, we had to stop, be in the house for as long as we have been, wear masks, keep our distance from our family and friends. We can't be around those we are not quarantined with. And we have to wear, as I said, we have to wear masks and gloves and anything else to protect ourselves. It feels like we're living in a weird bubble of some sort, if that's what you want to call it. And it feels like nothing will ever be the same again, because I could not ever imagine that things would change and change so drastically. A lot of people have lost their homes, jobs behind this pandemic, and it's really so sad. It's really sad. And I'm praying for those who have and those who are struggling due to this pandemic. It's not easy. It really isn't. Because we're all going through this, and I believe that we'll get through this together, because I know that we will. And oh man, gotta take a breather, because I just got a little choked up emotionally just thinking about everyone dealing with this. And some things have changed for the better for some, because I have to look on the bright side of some of this, because a lot of things that has come out of this is we were made to really, really look at ourselves and reevaluate some things in our lives and see what's really important, what really wasn't important, and all the things that we put so much emphasis on, and we break our necks just to be a part of, to only have this virus, this pandemic, let us know that everything we thought mattered really did not matter. Really did not. And that the small things we overlooked, the little things we overlooked, is what we should have been focused on from the beginning. But we really weren't, because we want our way. We want to do what we want to do. And I guess this pandemic was a way of sitting us all down. But I don't want to kind of get a little preachy, because I know some people are not for that, and I know, But I'm going to just be real with it. So if it sounds preachy or whatever the case is, it is what it is. And I'm just going to keep it real, raw, and honest. Because as I've said, that's what the Queen has spoken is all about. All about real, raw, and honesty. And I also want to talk about Texas. My prayers go out to the state of Texas. My heart, everything. Because they weren't really prepared for this. Because when you think of Texas, you think of warm weather, hot sun, never cold weather, snowstorms or snow or anything like that. You think of warm weather, heat. And to see the footage that I've seen where people's ceilings were caving in and water pipes were busted and people's houses caught fire and all, people could do is stand aside and watch their houses burn. And I'm just praying for those who has had their homes burned to the ground, that their pets and they are safe, their family members and their pets. I just pray for their safety, and I just pray for that they receive the help that they need. And these people shouldn't have to keep asking for help, begging for help. The government should step in and send as much help as needed, because it's really not fair to let someone or anyone in this country suffer due to no fault of their own. It's not their fault. None of this is nobody's fault. Nobody should be suffering behind any of this. We all deserve help. We all deserve love. We all deserve everything. Everything good. We all deserve it. Even though some may think that we don't, but we really do. And when we have a crisis and we need help, and nobody should be denied help of any kind. And I want to get to that clown ass Tim Boyd, the mayor of whatever. I forgot what he's the mayor of, what part of Texas he's the mayor of, where he resigned because he made a disrespectful Facebook post saying that they don't owe them or their families anything, and the government doesn't owe them or their families anything. And he just went on a long disrespectful tirade saying how he doesn't think that he said the weak shall perish, or whatever he called himself saying out his mouth. He doesn't think that they deserve help. And he seemed to think that this was their fault. No, this isn't their fault. And him being a government official, he should not have made such a disrespectful post. And they always say, as the title says on Facebook, what's on your mind? And I guess that was what was really on his mind, was to be very disrespectful and to be so just a jackass, and for him to disrespect the citizens, and you're speaking about everyone, because we all pay bills, we all pay taxes, and anything that we need from the government should be given to us. Not saying that it's a handout, whatever. We pay our bills, we pay our taxes just like everyone else, and everything that we pay for, we deserve to have it. If we're not having running water, they should provide it. If we're not having any electricity, they should come in and help and do what they need to do to fix the problem. Should not be any delays, should not be any arguments, any back and forth, or deciding, well, maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't, who deserves it, who doesn't deserve it. It doesn't matter. Help is help, and when help is needed, help should be given. And that's just how I feel about it. And this is my first podcast, and I promise you, a lot of things that's on my mind, I'm going to speak it on my podcast. I really am. And I'll talk about a lot of things. I'll definitely talk about a lot of things, and I'll cover a lot of things. A lot of people will be mad, those I know and those I may not know. They might be mad, but I really don't care, because, as I said, the Queen has spoken. The Queen has definitely spoken, and the Queen is definitely in the podcast world. She's here, and I am open to this world of podcasts and everything else that's here. But I'm gonna kind of wrap this up. I know it's not as long as it should be, but those are the things I wanted to speak about for my first podcast episode. I just wanted to speak on what we're dealing with today, and I'm hoping and I'm praying for everyone that's dealing with any of this tragedy or this pandemic, these storms. It's just anything. I'm just praying for you. I'm just keeping you in prayer and hoping that you and your family are safe out there, because Lord knows we definitely need it. We need lots of prayer. We need lots of help, because some people are really going through it, and it's taking a toll on people's mental health. And I'm praying they don't crack, and I'm praying they stay strong and stand strong, because that's what we do. That's what we do. And I'm going to kind of end this a little soon. It's not as long as it would have been, but that's just main things I wanted to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up, and I hope that everyone out there listening to me will join me for many more episodes, and to keep watching, listening, and checking for me. Because I am new, I'm stepping my foot in the podcast game, and I am not going anywhere. I am here. Get to know me, so I'll get to know you. I want to know what you guys think of everything, and wow, your thoughts and your opinions and your feelings and all that. No disrespect to anyone. No disrespect to me, the host, because I'm going to tell you right now, on this podcast, I'm not having it. Nope, no ma'am, no sir. Not having it, not at all. So, as I said, just welcome to The Queen Has Spoken. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode of The Queen Has Spoken.